to North Gateway Tire Field tonight, where we're celebrating our senior night. First off, their girls tennis team, which by the way has qualified for the state tournament for the first time in school history. Allie Haynes is our first player. She's escorted by Lisa and Mike Haynes. Her postgraduate plans included attending college and majoring in economics. Her favorite team memory was traveling to tournaments with her teammates, and her advice to underclassmen is appreciate every moment on and off the court with your teammates. She'd like to thank her parents, her coach Beth Winquist, and her family. Allie Haynes. Ren Marquis is escorted by Kevin and Stacy Marquis. She plans to go to college, but she's not sure quite where yet. When she goes, she's going to major in nutrition and dietetics. Her favorite team memory includes watching the Western Southern Open with the team, and her advice to underclassmen would be have fun and enjoy the journey. Big shout out and thanks to her family and friends. Ren Marquis. Tegan McCaffrey. She's escorted by David and Laura McCaffrey. She plans to attend college, but she hasn't decided what she wants to do yet. Her favorite team memory was going to Dave and Buster's. Advice to underclassmen, do what makes you happy. Thank you to my family and friends. Mackenzie Pollock. She's escorted by Rick and Connie Pollock. She plans to attend Ohio State University or Kent State. She wants to continue an aviation career. Her favorite team memory was playing doubles with her older sister, Maddie, during her freshman and sophomore year. Her advice to underclassmen is bring 100% every day, which will help you achieve anything you put your mind to. Thanks to her parents who supported her throughout the 4 years, couldn't have done it without you. Kenzie Pollock. Next is Haley Pennington. Haley's escorted by Stephanie and Marshall Pennington and her sister Jenna. She plans to attend college and major in psychology. Her favorite memory is eating pizza in our hotel at midnight when we went down for a Cincinnati tournament. Advice is don't hesitate to be yourself. Join that club, play that sport, and pick up that extra hobby. Good advice, Haley. Thank you to my sister for being my shoulder to cry on, my mom for always supporting me, and for my dad for always encouraging me to do my best. Haley Pennington. Ella Tupel. Ella's escorted by mom and dad, Ed and Jen. She plans on attending college, but she isn't quite sure yet what she wants to do. Her favorite team memory includes going to Swenson's after our Jackson match last year. Advice to underclassmen, you have to put in the extra effort to see the results. Thank you to my parents for always encouraging and supporting me, and her love for tennis. Ella Tupel. Now we have our girls golf team. This team is also headed to state on October 13th through the 15th.
Okay.
It includes the first one, Avery Albright. Avery is escorted by her mom, Lori, and dad, Carl. She's undecided on college.
Mine was blue.
And her favorite team memory is riding into Vander tournaments with the girls and doing each other's hair. Advice to underclassmen, make the most of it and always have a positive mindset and attitude. Thank you to her parents and coaches for supporting her and always helping her, Avery Albright. Lauren Chapman is escorted by Lisa and Rich Chapman. She plans to go to Miami University where she's going to major in psychology. Her favorite team memory are the long van rides again. Must have been a lot of fun there. And stopping to get Starbucks with the team. Her advice to underclassmen is everyone is going to have bad days, but having fun is all that matters. Thanks to her parents, her teammates, and the amazing coaches, Lauren Chapman. Elizabeth Chester. Ted and Julie Chester are escorting her tonight. She plans to either attend the University of Kentucky, Miami University, or John Carroll. She hopes to major in nursing, and her favorite team memory includes winning the Edison Invitational this year and playing with her sister on senior night. Her advice on underclassmen is focus on what's happening around you and embrace each experience. It's easy to get caught up in worries about the future, but the memories we make now will last forever. Thank you to her family, friends, and coaches who helped her get this far. and are always there to cheer her on and support her. Bianca Palantine. Sorry, Bianca, if I screwed that up. She's escorted by her mom, a younger brother, Lisa and Dario. Post-graduation is to go to college and hopefully play golf there. And maybe do some education in occupational therapy. Her favorite team memory is waking up scared to death by teammates, or even Coach Chester in the van on the way to the tournaments at 6 in the morning. She says, try your best at everything you do. Time will fly by and it'll be over before you know it. Don't take anything for granted. She'd like to thank her family and friends for the constant support from her teammates and coaches for always being there, and especially Coach Chester. Bianca Palantine. Emma Spickless. Emma is escorted by Sarah and Brian. Her postgraduate plans include pre-law, political science, and classical studies. Her favorite team memories include Starbies after a match. I'm guessing that's Starbucks. Her advice to underclassmen is double bogey is a lifestyle. Thank you, Coach Arbor, for his positive attitude and constant support. Emma Spickles. Kendall Spruitt. Her mom Heather and dad Greg are with her. She hopes to go to The Ohio State University and hasn't decided on a major yet. Her favorite team memory includes going to states and getting to spend the whole weekend with her teams. Advice to underclassmen is don't let one bad round of golf upset you, because everyone has rough days. She'd like to thank her parents, coaches, and teammates for always supporting her. Gabriella Witchy. Elena and Jeff Witchy are escorting her. She plans to go to college and major in music education. Her favorite team memory includes playing golf at Amish country. Advice to underclassmen is to make your 4 years count. It goes by quick. She'd like to thank her coaches, teammates for all these incredible years. Gabriella Witchy.
That was a long walk.
Now we have boys golf, and it looks like they are twins. Well, but they are. We've got Luke and Zach Butcher from the boys golf team. They're escorted by parents Shelley and Dan. Both are undecided on college, but they have both hopes to continue playing golf. One's going to major in business, that's the Zach guy, and computer science for Luke. Favorite team memories include going to Winking Lizard after winning the Nordonia Classic, getting food with the team after tournaments. Their advice to underclassmen is keep practicing and never give up on a round, and work hard and enjoy every moment.
We don't have a drone.
We'd like to thank their parents, swing coach Mike Emery, and coaches Gut and Luker. That's Luke and Zach Butcher.
Some guys have been for a drone operator around.
Boys cross country is our next group. Ryder Donaldson is our first athlete, escorted by Jennifer and Dane. Plans to attend Ohio University, where he's going to major in acting and minor in business. His favorite team memory was Swamp Tribe freshman year. His advice to underclassmen is a good diet is key to being a better runner. I'd like to thank his parents for always being there for every race, and his track distance coach Farr for not only making me a better runner, but also a better person. Ryder Donaldson. Matthew Reaney. Parents Joe and Kristen Reaney are escorting him. Post-graduation, he plans to include William and Mary University, where he's going to major in biology, pre-med. His favorite team memory was staying with the team in Terre Haute, Indiana for night cross regionals his sophomore year. His advice to underclassmen is to be successful, you don't have to be special, you just have to want to work at it. Great advice, Matt. I'd like to thank his parents for supporting him and his teammates for holding him accountable. Matthew Reed. Oren Scranton. Oren is escorted by his parents and Aaron Scranton and Ivan Scranton. Plans to attend the University of Michigan. Major in business and minor in finance. His favorite memory includes going to states his sophomore year and staying at Scioto Downs. His advice to underclassmen is don't be too hard on yourself. Success will come as long as you work hard for it. We'd like to thank his parents for encouraging him and thank his teammates for always pushing him to do better. Ty Scambati, escorted by his parents Tracy and Tony.
I worked 19 days.
His post-graduation plan would be to run for a Division I program, but he's not decided which one yet. He'd like to major in engineering when he gets there. His favorite team memory was qualifying for a state meet both individually and as a team sophomore year. His advice to underclassmen is always be the hardest worker in the room because you never know when your opportunity will present itself.
Oh, really?
Hard work beats talent when talent fails to work hard. I'd like to thank his family, all of his teammates, Coach Light, and Lippincott. Girls cross country. We have Katie Harder. Stephen and Liz Harder are
From Vegas to
accompanying
I
her.
had to drive home.
She plans to go to college and major in aerospace engineering. Hasn't picked a school yet. Her favorite team memory was playing Mafia on bus rides and at the meets. Her advice to underclassmen is show up with a positive mindset and work hard to make small improvements every day. She'd like to thank Coach Lippincott and her parents for always supporting her and pushing her to be the best. Katie Harder.
Oh, that is not good.
Now we have our Sparkle and Cheer squad. First one, I'm going to miss her, Mirabella Gale, escorted by Don and Mary. She hopes to be a teacher's aide someday. She hopes to go to Ohio State, the Ohio State University. And her advice to underclassmen is be a cheerleader. It's so much fun. She'd like to thank all her cheer coaches that gave her a chance to be a cheerleader on Friday nights. Mirabella Gale. Sammy George with his parents, Barbara and David. His favorite team memory is an opportunity to be with his friends. His advice to underclassmen is, if you don't have a smile, I'll give you one. I'd like to thank Ms. Koval for her patience, love, and countless times you've repeated yourself without losing your cool. And Mr. Marquette, thank you for making marching band feel like a place where I belong. Let's go Highland, Sammy George. Jillian Quadracco, escorted by parents Len and Claire. Her postgraduate plans is to live her best life to bring a smile to everyone's face. Favorite team memory includes to hang with her friends and cheer on the Hornets. Thank you, Jillian is Sparkle cheerleader since elementary school and wants to thank everyone who has supported her on her journey. Go Hornets, Jillian Quadracco. Now the cheer girls. Riley Byer. Ashley and Randall are escorting her. She planned to attend the University of South Carolina, where she's going to study business management. Her favorite team memory is getting food with her friends before and after the game. Her advice to underclassmen is try new things and push yourself outside of your comfort zone. Don't let mistakes or obstacles hold you back from your dreams. Keep trying even when you don't want to give up. Trust me, it's worth it. No regrets. Thank you to her teachers and coaches over the years who have constantly pushed her to be the best she can be. Thank her to her friends for always being there for her. And finally, thank you Mom and Dad who always support me at everything. Riley Byer. Peyton Brainerd, escorted by John and Carrie. Planning on attending Penn State University where she'll major in design engineering. Her favorite memory was going to stunt camps, and her advice to underclassmen is be very involved and enjoy every moment. She'd like to thank her parents and teammates. Brianna Cyphers, escorted by Brian and Denise Cyphers. Her post-graduation plan is to own a mega yacht and be crazy rich. You know where to find me. If she continues her education, she plans to go to the University of Florida to study pre-med. Her favorite memory includes chowing down on Cane's chicken with her homies before games. Her advice to underclassmen is don't care so much what people think about you, enjoy your life on your own terms. She'd like to thank her family, friends, and crash course videos for helping her succeed in high school. Brianna Cyphers. Antonio Iannaggi, escorted by Frankie and Lauren Iannaggi. She hasn't decided on what college to attend, but she's pretty sure she's going to go into engineering. Her favorite team memory was when Alyssa and I made varsity together sophomore year, and we got really close to all of the upperclassmen. Advice to underclassmen, don't take anything for granted, always be in the moment, and be your best you. I'd like to thank my mom and dad for their constant love and support, and always pushing me to do my best. Antonia Iannaggi. Chloe May, escorted by Katie and Steve. She hopes to go to college where she's going to major in sports medicine / physical therapy. Her favorite team memory was overall all of us learning together all the stunts. Advice to underclassmen is cherish your time as it goes by so fast. Chloe O'Reilly, escorted by Frank, Christy O'Reilly, and Joey O'Reilly. Graduation plans include Miami University, where she's going to major in cybersecurity engineering. Her favorite team memory was getting ready for the games. Making lots of memories because it goes fast is her advice, and she'd like to thank her mom and dad for always supporting her and pushing her to do her best. Chloe O'Reilly. Alyssa Pay. Alyssa is escorted by her mom, Kara, and dad, Jeff. She plans to attend Ashland University and major in sports medicine. Her favorite memory includes becoming friends with upperclassmen her sophomore year. Her advice is stay positive, enjoy high school while it lasts. She'd like to thank her coaches, teammates, and most of all, her parents. Alyssa Pay. Mia Rockow is escorted by Alex and Michael Rockow. She hopes to go to Kent State, major in something in the medical field. Her favorite memory includes cheering alongside childhood best friend Peyton for 6 years. Her advice to underclassmen is prioritize self-care and mental health. Take care of yourself physically and emotionally and have fun. She'd like to thank her parents, coaches, and teammates for being there during her lows and being there with her during her highs. Mia Rocca. Riley Smith is with mom and dad, Bradley and Wendy Smith. She plans to attend college at Appalachian State University, where her major is going to be psychology. Her favorite team memory included the Christmas party with the team her junior year. Advice to underclassmen is enjoy every minute because it goes by fast. If you want to, she'd like to thank her family and friends for always being her biggest supporters, and she'd also like to thank Cheer for giving me so many great friendships. Jacqueline Whitaker, escorted by Don and Tammy Whitaker. She's planning on going to Ohio State University, where she's going to major in accounting. Her favorite team memory includes getting ready at each other's homes before the games. And her advice to underclassmen is always have fun and smile. That's Jacqueline Whitaker. Now we're going to bring out our football squad. First one we have is Mohammed Abu Hamdeh. Mohammed is escorted by mom and dad, Ashraf and Karam. He's planning on going to college, but he's not sure where yet. His favorite team memory was helping with the youth camps. Probably because he's got a lot of brothers and sisters with him tonight. His advice to underclassmen is just have fun because the awesome moment you have with your friends at high school doesn't last long. He'd like to thank all the football parents and the coaches and all his teammates along with his family. Mohammed Abu Hamdeh. Josh Arvanites. Josh is escorted by Lauren and Jason and Jake. He plans to attend college where he's going to major in business. His favorite memory was after winning a game his sophomore year, Gibbons danced all around the locker room. That's pretty scary. His advice to underclassmen is stay the course and work hard. It will pay off. He'd like to thank his parents, coaches, and trainer Josh Arvanites. Brady Bendow. Brady's escorted by Stacy and Nathan, and brothers Casey and Cody, and little Brady. Post-graduation, he hasn't decided on a college yet, but he hopes to major in finance. His favorite team memory was beating Anthony Wayne 31-10 to make it to the first top 8 finish since 2013. Great team goal. His advice on underclassmen is work hard on the field, in the classroom, and in the weight room, as hard work always pays off in the end. I'd like to thank his parents, coaches such as Gibbons, Borla, and Scally, his brothers, his grandpa for always being there for him and pushing him to be the best self. Go Hornets, Brady Bendow. Luke Burkmeyer, escorted by Brad and Julie. He's committed to Newberry College in South Carolina to play lacrosse, majoring in business and finance. His favorite memory was almost beating the Akron Titans in 6th grade. His advice to underclassmen was enjoy it while you have it. And he'd like to thank God, his sister Paige, who is my inspiration. Luke Burkmeyer. Dylan Borla. Dylan is escorted by his parents, Brian and Michelle Borla. Plans to go to college where he's going to major in aerospace engineering. His favorite team memory was winning the championship in youth with all of his friends in the 7-6 win against Stowe Gold. So advice on underclassmen would be stay the course. Whatever obstacles you may face, you are always able to overcome them. You can always count on your football brothers. He'd like to thank his mom and dad for always helping push through all the adversity with all the rehab. And never gave up on, his parents never gave up on him and let him pursue his dream of being on the field. Dylan Borla. Ben Coyne. Ben's escorted by Brian and Jamie. Hasn't decided where he's going to go to school yet, but he hopes to major in computer science. His favorite memory was winning youth football championship against Stowe with Coach Borla. His advice to underclassmen is always remember that you aren't just playing for yourself, but for the people in the stands that support you every week. He'd like to thank his parents for always supporting him and pushing him to the best of his ability. He'd also like to thank all of his coaches throughout the years. A special thank you to Coach Borla, and Coach Gibbons, Ben Coyne. Matthew Dean, escorted by with his mom Amy and his stepdad Jay. Post-graduation, he wants to be an entrepreneur. If he continues his education, it's going to be in business entrepreneurship. His favorite memory was winning the championship with Coach Borla and getting to play alongside his cousin Andrew Lurtz on Friday nights. Thunder advice is keep your head up, have fun, and go to the hutch. All of my coaches and parents and families that supported me, I'd like to thank Matthew Dean. Derek Fallon. Derek is escorted by his parents, Joseph and Valerie, and his sister, Olivia. Plans to attend an Ohio college and major in geology and engineering. His favorite team memory was Elliot Throckmorton, number 73, kicking a field goal on JV. His advice to underclassmen is always keep your head up and believe in yourself. I'd like to thank his parents and family for their encouragement and support. Thank you to the coaches for their dedication and commitment to his growth and personal development. Derek Fallon. Colton Faust. Colton's escorted with Brad, Amanda, Evan, and Isaac Faust. Plans to attend the Ohio State University and major in mechanical engineering. His favorite team memory was beating Hudson, the first game this season. That was to kick it all off. His advice on underclassmen is enjoy the sport while you can. It can be over before you know it. And he'd like to thank his parents, his teammates, and his coaches. Colton Faust. Caleb McKean, escorted by Daniel and Tina. His post-graduation, he plans to go to Miami University here in Ohio and major in business. His favorite team memories includes any bus ride back to the tire after a win. Like to take advantage of practice and appreciate what you have is his advice to underclassmen. And he'd like to thank his mom and dad for years of getting me to practice, feeding me, and the rest of the family for always coming to watch. That's Caleb McKean. Carson Noonan. Carson's got his parents, Tim and Marcy, sister Ava, and brother Colton with him. Post-graduation, he's committed to Miami University to play football. And we wish him a lot of luck. He's going to major in business and construction management. His favorite team memory was practicing in the pit with all of his teammates. His advice to underclassmen is to work hard, stay consistent, and you'll be successful. He'd like to thank his parents, coaches, teammates, trainers, and teachers for all their support throughout his journey. Carson Noonan. Ben Nowak. Benny's escorted by his mom, Kim, his brother, Andy, and his sister, Hannah. He's going to be an entrepreneur as well when he graduates. Going to major in some type of business. His favorite memory included that youth championship game with Coach Borla. Gosh darn it, he says, for whatever reason. His advice to underclassmen is to enjoy it while it lasts. He'd like to thank his mother, brother, and sister, and Coach Borla. Ben Nowak. John Pavlov. John's escorted by Debbie, Randy, and Josh. Plans to go to college, become a physical therapist. He's going to major in sports medicine. His favorite team memory includes the bus rides home after a win. His advice is pursue your goals and don't give up. You have unlimited potential. So use it all. He wanted to thank his parents and his mother and his coaches for always pushing him to reach his potential. John Padlet. Garrett Phillips. Garrett's escorted by his parents, Ryan and Michelle, his brother Chatham, and grandmother Kitty.
You're the next person, Brian.
He's going to attend college where he's going to major in a political science field. His favorite memory includes all the bus rides home after the game and spending time with the guys after practice. His advice on underclassmen is enjoy the moment, have fun. Good things will come to those who put in the time and effort. We'd like to thank his parents and his coaches, Garrett Phillips. John Quinn. He's escorted by his parents, Brett Quinn and Carol Quinn. He'd like to attend a 4-year college, preferably Kent State, where he's going to major in computer science. His favorite team memory was, yes, week 1 this year, beating Hudson. His advice on underclassmen is don't let mistakes discourage you. And he'd like to thank his coaches, teammates, and his parents. J.P. Quinn. Elliot Throckmorton. Elliot's with Ken and Heather Throckmorton. His life plan is to pursue a career as an electrician. Good field. His favorite team memory included the bus rides home from the games. His advice on underclassmen is keep working, avoid injuries. He'd like to thank his parents for being by his side all the time. That's Elliot Throckmorton. Kyle Williams. Kyle's escorted by Mark and Andrea. He hopes to go to Florida Atlantic University where he plans to major in marketing. His favorite team memory was hanging out with the boys every Thursday. And his advice on underclassmen is enjoy every moment because they'll be gone before you know it. He'd like to thank Coach Borland, Hutch, and his parents. Kyle Williams. Alexander Wojciech, escorted by Angela and Patrick, plans to go to Kent State where he's going to major in finance. His favorite team memory was getting his first touchdown in 4th grade. His advice to underclassmen is try to be your best in everything you do and make sure you enjoy your time here because time flies. He'd like to thank his family, the staff, and the team. Last but not least, number 50, Ryan Zyler. He's escorted by his parents, Kevin and Bridget. Ryan plans to attend college, play football, and major in business, or become a Plato-ologist. Come on, Ryan. His favorite team memory was beating Hudson in week 1, and his advice to underclassmen is make a positive impact on youth during spring flag football camps and youth camps. Ryan would like to thank Tommy Maroon for being Highland football's biggest fan, Mr. McKean for all his amazing pictures, Hutch for training us this all season, and Coach Borland for being there for me from youth all the way to tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, what a batch of seniors. How about a great round of applause for all of them?
please rise if you are able and uncover for the playing of our national anthem. And then please remain standing for the Highland High School alma mater.
Good evening and welcome to North Gateway Tire Field in Granger Township. I'm Jay Grissom along with a pinch hitter tonight, Nate Howard. Coach, how you been?
I've been great.
It's good to get you up here. I know we had, Brandon. I know Brandon's upset to not be here tonight, but who better to have in the booth tonight than a guy who's coached in this program for 20 years and now the head boys lacrosse coach here, and get you up here, talk a little football.
Sounds like fun. It's a little more nerve-wracking than I thought it would be. I'm not gonna lie. When he says you're live,
it's all good. It's gonna be a good time. So we've got another Suburban League matchup tonight. Hornets coming off a nice 56-7 win at home last week against Kent Roosevelt, taking on a Revere team that's having a nice bounce-back year. Coach Robert Nickel got the Revere Minutemen at 5-2. Losses to Aurora and Talmadge, but having a nice season. Division III, Region 10. They're certainly in a playoff mix, sitting in that 7 seed right now, and having a good start to their year.
Yeah, I think Coach Nickel got there a few years ago. He used to coach at Barberton. He was a long-time assistant coach at Barberton for a really long time, offensive coordinator there, and then went over to St. V for a year and then came back here to Revere. So I think he's definitely got this program headed in the right direction and, can build upon some things that they've done the last couple of years for sure.
Yeah, it's been, I helped coach the freshman team here. We played their freshmen last night. They got a really good roster over there. So I think, there's some talent coming up in this program too. So there's got to be a lot of excitement over there with, with what they've got going on inside their program, and exciting to see the Suburban League getting a little stronger. I think it's interesting too. I think I read today that Highland and Revere have played every year since 1953, with the exception of the COVID season.
That's awesome.
So, you talk about old school backyard rival. I mean, this is kind of the definition as Coach Gibbons leads the team out. We got the fireworks going. Senior night tonight. Excited to kick it off here. So, I think it's been an interesting year for the Hornets, and they're kind of in a stretch of the schedule here lately where they've for lack of a better way of saying it, they've dominated games. And one of the things you and I were talking about before we got on the air is just like, you look at some of the stats and some of the stuff that's going on with these guys, and it's tough when you're not even playing second halves of games.
100%. I mean, the time a lot of times people will say, you look at our stats, you look at a defensive player stats and say, you never have anybody lead the county in tackles, never lead anybody in the league to lead in tackles. But when a kid plays half a game, I mean, it's going to be hard to, put up those kind of stats. But again, I think the coaching staff does a really good job here of challenging these kids to, break down like their part of the game and say, what you're doing right now, is that going to be good enough to beat Avon in 4 or 5 weeks when it comes down to it? I know that's the goal, and that's the competition that, that we're aiming for. And I do think Revere is going to present a challenge tonight, because I do think they have some stuff up front, and schematically they're a very sound team, So this is definitely is a game that where I know with the change of schedule being on a Thursday night, as a football coach, you kind of get stuck in that rhythm where, you don't like anything to change. And this is definitely a change. So I think it'll be interesting to see how we kind of come out tonight, ready to go with the change of time, change of day,
senior night,
100%. You got a lot of things as a coach that you do not like. To have to handle.
Well, I think it was interesting too. They had that big win last Friday, and then homecoming Saturday night, and then an 8 a.m. practice Sunday morning to keep 100%. Them on their normal weekly schedule.
Right.
So there's a little, you got to be a little bit worried about a little bit fatigue with the guys
100%,
too.
Yeah.
So
and them looking forward to having a day off tomorrow. You know what I mean? Making plans, those kind of things. Of having a free Friday night, which they've not had in 8 weeks now. So. Definitely things that 16, 17-year-olds you don't like, because they have a hard time managing those things.
Yes.
But being with these kids every day in the weight room, I do think they're ready to play tonight, and I think they're going to bring their best effort in game to go.
I think, like you said, Coach Gibbons and the staff, they do such a good job getting these guys focused and ready to roll. And you bring up a great point with Revere. I mean, at the end of the day, their starting quarterback Luke Ferris, a four-year starter,
100%.
So I mean, that is an invaluable amount of experience and a number of starts
for sure.
So. Big thanks to Amanda Fall, State Farm Insurance Agent, for bringing the game to you tonight and all season. She's been our premier sponsor. Amanda's agency offers discounts for families and great discounts for all youthful operators. Amanda has a daughter, Sammy, who attends Granger Elementary, and a son, Graham, who attends Highland Middle School. Amanda is passionate about helping out the schools and serves as a trustee on the Highland Foundation. So make sure to check out www.highlandfoundation.com to learn more about the 20th annual Great Gifts Dinner coming up November 16th. So we will get ready to kick it off here as Highland won the toss, elected to defer, and will receive the opening kickoff. That is Lucas Girding and Casey Miser back deep to receive the kick tonight.
See if Revere wants to put it in their hands. We'll find out.
Yeah, I know. One of the things we've been talking about a lot this season with the Highland kicking situation with they've been able to just kick the ball in the end zone and give them the ball on the 20-yard line every time. Is such a huge advantage.
Greatest weapon. Chris Meyer is very happy about that, I'm going to tell you, for sure.
So David Kennedy doing the place kicking duties for Revere. as he tees it up, and we are getting ready to go here. Yeah, a lot of bad things can happen on a kickoff.
Yes.
So that, keeping it out of somebody's hands is always a good thing if you can do it.
Lucas is going to take this one.
Nice return out to about the 30-yard line for Lucas Girding. Looks like he was brought down by number 35, Sam Childs. Hornets will take over. So Dylan Borla in this Highland offense. Dylan Borla, just having an outstanding year, and I know you know Dylan well, coming off an injury for the second time. Been really happy to see his success early in the year here.
For sure. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better kid. And every single day he was at practice last year, mentally taking every rep, just learning everything he possibly could.
He's going to put it in the air early.
Quick little gifter out there.
It was Luke Berkmeyer on the catch. Pick up about 2. He's forced out by number 9, Tyler Freight.
I mean, Dylan's kind of you hate to say it, but your prototypical Highland quarterback. Just that kid that has been around the program forever, pays attention to everything, does all the little things right, is basically another coach on the field for you.
That's a give to Miser. And he's going to pick up about 5. Going to bring up a 3rd and 1. Yeah, I mean, Dylan, his efficiency, I think, is the biggest thing that's been such a breath of fresh air. I mean, he's passing at a. I mean, he's at 77% completion percentage. Right. 17 touchdowns, 1 interception on the season. So,
and honestly, that's brains. That's not the arm as much as it is just
give
him
to
knowing.
Miser. He's got room.
It's 11 stab there.
One man to beat. And Miser takes it in. That is a 61-yard touchdown for Casey Miser. That is number 21 on the year for Casey.
Nice job there. A hat on a hat, and Casey found the space and got through there.
Well, you and I are both offensive line guys.
Right.
So I love watching what this group does up front, and I feel like, not that they care if they get any credit, but what, Nowak at center and Ben Dow and
Coyne at right tackle, 100%. Noonan over at left tackle.
And you got Zywick playing guard this year,
right.
As the Hornets are going to go for 2.
Well, if I believe our kicker is at a soccer game tonight. So I think we might be seeing a little bit of different things than, again, another Thursday night thing that you don't love.
Wow.
With having a high school football game on a Thursday night that you're not used to.
And they're going to pay for a false start. So this is going to make a 2-point conversion significantly more difficult. Pushing it back to the 8-yard line. Yeah, it's a tough spot to put one of your kids in, but at the end of the day, he's a soccer guy,
right,
and a really good player over
there
too.
Very good player, for sure. Right. And it's nice to share the kids, but you understand, and both your top 2 kickers are soccer players, so.
So Borla's going to keep it on a little play action, and that is outside. Just off of the fingertips of Luke Berkmeyer. So the 2-point conversion is no good. Highland does take an early 6-0 lead. This team has been so efficient scoring early this year, and I know that's always an emphasis from every football team that you ever coach or around, but I think they're just so efficient in those early. Coach Gibbons does a nice job working with his staff, getting a game plan together, knowing how they want to attack, right, and execute a couple things, get 6 points on the board early.
Yeah, I mean, getting Casey off to a good start, getting him a good long run on that. I mean, explosive plays. If you can have that with this offense, it's going to be really dangerous. It's very hard to not make a mistake and drive all the way down the field. So when you can get those chunk plays, it's a game changer.
So to your point, this is going to affect.
I don't know who's kicking off.
That looks like Metzger, I believe.
Metzger or Evan Fowl?
I think it's number 17.
17, yeah, that's Metzger.
So, and I've seen him punt. I know he can
All
kick a
right.
football. So
Let's see what he can do off the tee here.
I think the coverage team is going to be in for a little bit more busy night tonight.
Yeah, that's a pretty good kick.
That is a really good kick. Chases him back inside the 5.
Oh, that's good.
That's a live ball. Picks
Break
it up
down.
and
Excellent.
well covered. Brought down at about the 10-yard line.
Good coverage there by the special teams kids.
Yeah, that looked like Garrett Phillips.
Kind of nice to get, I mean, you know, with the kids kicking it in the end zone all the time, sometimes you become relaxed and forget about things. So it's good to really hone in on those details today and make sure everybody's covering the kicks.
Callan Whitling on that stop too. Yeah, and I mean it's kind of funny too. I actually saw it happen last week. Some of the guys getting a little lazy on the kickoff coverage, and Coach Netling got after him. Next thing you know, it was a sprint through the end line the rest of the game. So Ferris in the shotgun, empty set, bringing a man in motion. They fake the jet sweep. Hornets do a nice job getting there early. That looked like J-Mo Gordon from his Mike linebacker spot, first man there.
Revere definitely has a challenge today to match up inside with, you know, Zywick and Noonan and the defensive line that we have up there. They're not a fun group to take care of, that's for sure.
Yes, and it's nice to.
If they go with an empty set, that means 5-on-4, and I think we're probably going to win that battle.
So now he's back with running back on either side. They're going to try and screen back to the back side. And that's going to be good for a first down.
Good play call there.
Yeah, that's a nice pickup on second down. It's James Perry on the reception, and able to move the chains, get some breathing room out across the 20-yard line to the 22. See Caleb McKean back in action tonight, which is good to see
for sure.
Little pistol set here.
Little trap.
Nice little trap play there.
Jaleel
Blanchard on the carry for Revere.
I think Gordon was in on the tackle again.
It's been fun to watch this year as a first-year starter from that linebacker spot. You know, he's got a nose for the ball, and when he comes with intent.
For sure. We always have like first-year guys starting by the time they're a junior or senior, and I mean that's just it's kind of comes with the program. But they've paid their dues. They've seen stuff in practice.
Good carry by Grant off the right side, and he's going to squirt through for another first down.
He's a good tailback. He's quick.
It's a pickup of maybe 6 on that carry. All the way out to the 36-yard line. Bring up a fresh set of downs for the Minutemen. Find a little success in this pistol formation, so they're going to stick with it here. It's another give, but that is going to be swallowed up by Carson Noonan.
That's a tough call to ask your tailback to kick out Carson Noonan. I mean, you're off back there, your fullback to kick out a 6'3", 265-pound grown kid.
Yeah, a grown man on his way to Miami, Ohio to play football next year.
For sure. Carson did a good job just kind of basically just playing right around that block and making the tackle.
So 2nd and 10. Ferris going to throw it.
Good pressure.
Tell you what,
very good.
And again, like you're saying, and that's Noonan, Zywick,
You're right,
meeting in the backfield.
Yeah, I mean Noonan just squeezed that pocket right down, and that kid had nowhere to go, and he felt that pressure. And then of course, Ryan is as good as anybody up inside, and there's nowhere to go when he's in there. So,
and credit to the secondary too. I mean, he was trying to get rid of that ball early, and there was nowhere to go with it.
Right,
and a lot of time that's tough on a quick route. So
for sure.
Nice job by the secondary getting those guys locked up as they come out in a doubles formation with 2 receivers on either side. Ferris in the shotgun. He's going to throw a quick slant.
Got to get in that window there. The linebacker does. This is going to be another first down for him by about a half yard there. So nice drive by Revere here too.
Really nice job. Nicholas Hall on that reception of about 12 yards.
And that's a tough. I mean, that was good. Kid got a clean release off the ball, and we didn't get a linebacker wide enough because the quarterback threw it on time, and it's a tough one to defend.
So Hornets D being tested here a little bit. This is a nice sustained drive. Still not to midfield. You bring a
jet with a counter back. There you go.
And he is stacked up early. That was Caleb McKean and Ryan Zywick. You know, one of my favorite things about this defense that I've seen, and it's been through the years, but you know, they teach discipline and do your job. Trust your teammates to do their job.
Right.
So you don't see them get out of position very often.
No,
and that's a play where somebody else is on the jet.
Right.
Do your job, get to your gap. Ball may come your way.
Don't fall for the eye candy and have your gap.
Going on a fade route.
Deep, good coverage.
That's well covered by
Is that Kyle or no?
That's Colton Faust.
Colton Faust over there under the boundary.
Hey, nice job getting in a hip pocket, stayed in phase the whole way, nowhere to throw that ball. So just taking a shot there on second down. That's going to be a 3rd and 9 for the Minutemen.
And these are the positions you want to be in. Now, you know, obviously we have the advantage here with the pass rushers we have with 4 guys. Don't need to send too many guys and play some coverage here and get a stop. Got our out front.
Going to go on a short roll.
Good pressure inside by Zywick.
And Ryan Zywick's going to get another one.
Right. Oh, come on. Sorry.
Can't take the coach out of the coach.
Yeah. I don't know what Ryan could have done different there, to be honest with you. I mean, he spun the kid down. I don't think this is Sunday football where you're not allowed to touch the guy, is it? Again, we only had 3 rushers there, Jay, you know what I mean? And
right.
to get that kind of pressure with
right.
3 guys, I don't believe that's an automatic first down. So it should be from there.
Yeah, so that's going to bring up a 3rd and 6.
Correct, yeah. So hopefully we can get another stop here.
So Matt Dean going to check in the game. Yeah, that's a tough one there. So you got to have that so what next play mentality now, right?
Yes.
You know, got a big 3rd down.
You know, and I don't want to – these kids you work so hard all week long. I mean, grabbed him by the shirt sleeve for crying out loud.
So 2 receivers on each side. Ferris in the gun. He's going to drop, and he's still going to punt it away.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a dead ball penalty, so they didn't count the down, so that was good.
Really nice punt there by Luke Ferris, you know, and I think that's a good decision by that coaching staff.
Sure.
You got to honor it, and if you got a quarterback that can pooch it down there a little bit, that's a nice job.
Well, that was a good drive. I mean, you know, we scored in 3 plays, and they took some time off the clock there, so I mean that was a good drive by them.
So Hornets take over, 1st and 10 from the 10. Up 6-0. Hey, you know what though? If I'm Coach Nickel on that side, I'm happy with the start of that drive. Obviously, you want to finish, but had some success
for sure.
Quick stop route. That ball sails just a little bit, intended for Dobkowski on a quick curl. Going to bring up a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, I think it'll be a battle between Coach Meyer and Coach Nickel there, you know, with some of that quick passing game kind of things. We'll see what we kind of do in the back end to kind of take away some of that stuff.
Yeah, and I know Luke Ferris is a good runner too.
For sure.
You know,
4 years.
So they've got some options with him. He's a good athlete, good baseball player as well. So there's a give to Miser off the left side. Gets the corner.
Revere did a good job stacking that up inside. That was designed to hit inside in case he bounced it.
He's going to be forced out at about the 35. Look like Dylan Kriegbaum forced him out, but
I'm sorry, I'm not much help on these tackles, Jay. I'm not paying much attention to to the numbers. I gotta adjust my my eyes here.
It's all good. We're all good. Another give to Miser. Right up the middle. He's going to pick up about 16 on that play.
I mean, Highland, the offensive line, they get in that 4-2 box. They're very happy seeing 6 defenders inside there trying to defend their 5 with the quarterback being the 6. So
it's a tough ask for a 6-man box.
It's a very tough ask for, and if they're going to continue to give us, that's just what we'll keep doing.
Casey Miser already over 100 yards at 107. So, and we are going to get a penalty and a false start.
I didn't see it there, but
I did not either. That doesn't mean it didn't happen.
We were slow getting a hand down, maybe an offensive line there or what before the motion started, but something you got to harp on there a little bit.
So 1st and 15. Yeah, I mean, Casey's had an incredible season, and he's obviously a highly talented young man. But what these guys do up front, the alleys that he gets consistently.
Well, and you're going to try to make an arm tackle on a 210-pound running back because you got another guy blocking you. That is not an easy task.
Well, and on that right there, they pull the backside guard and they brought the tight end across the formation in a wham block or a smack block, if you will. And then you got 210 pounds moving downhill on you.
That's our GY counter there. That kind of Highland's been a staple for the last few years.
Yeah.
Haven't ran it as much this year as probably in the years past.
Right. We've been blessed with some mean Ys through the years that enjoy those blocks too.
Enjoy those blocks, 100%. Outside zone here.
They got it walled off nice.
Very nice. Hat on a
And
that's the danger with this play.
Yep. He got a flag down.
Outside zone. So many chances for that holding call to get called. And
I see 2 flags down. There's one back at the 30-yard line, and there's one at about the 43 also.
Yeah.
So that tells me where they are. That tells me they're going to get a receiver.
And as a play caller, that when you call that play, that's the number one thing that goes through your head is just we can't get a holding call on this play. And it's
2 holding calls. Obviously, only one will be accepted.
Killed us last year versus Aurora getting a holding call on that play.
Yeah.
Still think of it.
Yep.
Yeah,
it's tough. You've got it. You get it walled off, and it's just hard. You got guys fighting through a block, and
you teach the kids their hands are inside. And then what one referee says is a hold, another guy does not say is a hold. So you got to kind of adjust now. We know what it is they're calling, so we got to adjust our blocks from here on out for the rest of the night, knowing that it looks like it's going to be called close.
So 2nd and 13. Borla on a short roll. Nice little cutback to avoid some pressure, but he is going to be brought down from behind.
3rd and 10.
Still in Kriegbaum again on the. He's going to get a tackle on that. Dylan did pick up about 2 yards. Going to bring up a 3rd and 11. So not where you want to be down and distance-wise. Ball on the 49-yard line. Dylan on a straight drop. He's just going to swing out a little screen pass.
String Casey outside there.
But he just a little bit too much air underneath it, and that pass carried Casey out of bounds.
Good stop by Revere here. So, the holding call, no matter what level it is, just getting that holding call puts you back. And it's tough to overcome them.
Yeah.
10-yard penalty.
10-yard penalty that's a lot of yardage.
It's a lot of yards. You got a late guy running on here. That will not go well for him.
Sounds like somebody who's been in those huddles before. That's Evan Faust on the
catch.
punt. Fair catch made at about the 18-yard line.
12, A.J. Hall. Right?
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
So we'll see here. Revere stick with the quick passing game when they come back out here and see what kind of adjustments we've made. And
Yeah, like we were saying, they had some success on that last drive. Just stalled out around midfield,
right?
And a big sack on that play that really hurt. But
it's something just watching the defense throughout. Don't give up a lot of big plays. And we talked about it on that first drive when Casey hit the big play. You don't give up that big chunk play. It's tough to score on high school football. Driving down the field at 5 yards, 6 yards,
right,
3 yards at a time.
So Fair's going to take
quarterback
the
lead.
A little lead play.
Yeah.
Not much there. Hornets
Fumble.
say the ball's down and that there's a beanbag down.
I do believe that is a Highland football.
And I have not seen a referee tell us anything that's happened at this point. Are we going to say what down it is? Or are we going to say whose ball it is?
I think they're going to leave it with Revere, unfortunately. Saying he was down before the ball came out.
So they're going to give him a pickup of about 2 on the play.
Yeah, that was generous. Jeez.
Be nice to see at least some sort of emotion from one of the officials. Give somebody an idea what's going on. I don't understand how you say he's down by contact and we've got a beanbag on the field.
Beanbag on the field.
So Ferrison's shotgun. It's going to be a give, and there is nowhere to go. He's swallowed up by Noonan. Caleb McKean also in on that stop.
Nice job there by the front wall.
So 3rd and 8.5. 7.5, I should say.
Right. Look for a screen here. As defense, they're probably hollering out screen, draw, all those kind of things when they're backed up deep like this. See if
they executed one of those on the second play of the game for a first down. So bring a man in
3-by-1, sprint out. There you go.
Back to pass.
Should be somebody coming. Good.
He is taken down. Looks like Noonan.
Yeah, I think that was Noonan ended up chasing him down.
Maybe Kyle Williams got his nose in there as well.
Good, Kyle.
Be a 4th and 4. Really nice job by the secondary there. They tried. They ran a little bubble out to that side.
Trying to get us to come up and bite on that, and
And then they had a couple layer. They had a flag over the top and a deep out underneath. But Hornets did a nice job staying in coverage.
Just want you to bite up on that bubble and then throw something behind you. But again, it's 3rd and 10, so let them throw the bubble and you can rally to make the tackle.
Michael McCauley into punt.
I don't know if Revere would use a timeout there with the play clock down low.
Yeah, I think they did. That's
I don't know if they thought they were going to be able to run the quarter out there or what, but
it seemed like they took a long time thinking about going for it. But
I think they thought they had enough time to run the quarter out, but there's still 12 seconds on the game clock, and the play clock shortchanged them there a little bit. So
once again, big thanks to Amanda Fall, State Farm Insurance, for being our season-long premier sponsor. Amanda and her team pride themselves on bringing hyper-local personalized services to a lot of current Highland families. She looks forward to helping many more. Give them a call at 330-273-4100 or visit her website, www.amandafall.com, or find her at a sporting event. We do business anywhere. Big thanks to Amanda Fall and her support and our ability to bring these live streams to you.
For sure, they are nice. Last year my parents watched every single live stream. I think our son was playing, so they are we're fortunate to have it.
We enjoy bringing them, and just last week, family came up before, or just after the game. As we're getting a clock adjustment.
Dropping it down to 10. Yeah, I think there was some confusion there on that because I thought Revere thought they could run that clock out, and that's why they were a little upset over there.
But Josh Messina's aunt was in town, and I believe she said they live in the Chicago area. They love just being able to watch him.
Watch him, 100%, yes.
So
that's and my parents are a couple hours away, and they love being able to watch every game last year. So it's very much appreciated to those sponsors. So thank you for doing it.
So McCauley
good punt here.
Nice punt.
Nice punt. Low liner there. I'd like to see a little more communication there. Good job by Dobkowski getting the corner here. All right,
Nice return. I agree with you. A little bit of confusion where that ball was caught, but once he got it in his hands, did a nice job getting the edge, getting it across midfield.
That's always the thing with two returners. You love it because it should mean the ball's getting caught, but you got to make sure the communication's there. So nice job there. You don't want to lose that field position. I mean, 20-yard on the return probably right there. So our ball at the 50-yard line. Very happy.
So that'll bring the first quarter to an end, 6-0. Highland Hornets over Revere. And, hey, it's exactly what you were talking about it before the game started. You expect to see a good ball game, and we've got a ball game on our hands tonight.
Right.
So
Revere's done a nice job. They've ate up some clock. You know what I mean? They've been smart with the ball with some of the decisions they've done. Even though they haven't been real successful with running the ball, but they keep running the ball, which keeps that clock running, which again just keeps us off the field on offense. And you can't score if you don't have the ball. So
right.
I think we'll see us run the ball pretty heavy here, probably. I would think
Highland had about a 4-play drive to score.
Right.
First drive of the game, and since then they've done a nice job.
Yeah. I think that kind of messes with the kids a little bit sometimes. It comes too easy, and I think it's just going to go like that, and then you don't.
So it's girding in motion. Borlate's going to keep it.
Power read.
Nice read.
Yep. And again, you're the Highland quarterback. That's what you're asked to do, be someone that if the defense gives you that, you take it, and that's a good 9-yard gain by Dylan, just being a smart heads-up runner that,
Is there any better place to be a play caller than 2nd and 1 at the 38-yard line?
I'd rather be 2nd and 1 at the goal line, but
well, we know we've seen
with this line and this tailback, no, I would not worry about a 2nd and 1. I'd be feeling pretty good.
I think that they might take a shot here. No, they're going to give it to Miser.
I think with the 6-0 lead, you're going to see this. We want some points here, so stick with the bread and butter and just run the ball down their throats.
Pick up a 5 or 6. Good for a Hornet first down.
Faust hasn't had a touch though yet. I would be surprised if we're trying to get a ball in his hand here soon.
Right. And they've done a nice job, handing it to him, throwing it to him.
Here comes a counter. Good job,
Boy,
Casey staying up inside there. Good push. Evan wraps up inside there, leads on that linebacker. First down.
What looked like something they had stacked up for 1 or 2 yards turned into a 7-yard gain real fast. Block through the whistle.
And that's something that these guys pride themselves on with being Sled Tuesday, where they got our block on a sled for on Tuesday every single week with their feet running. Really works that leg drive. Trojan, 11 stab. Yep.
That'll be good for another first down.
There we go.
So you've got 5 offensive linemen in that huddle right now that are saying, call another one.
100%.
Because,
you don't want to get called for that holding call. Keep running counter. Keep running inside zone. I don't have to worry about my hands.
Keep it between the tackles.
I can just –
and let me just mow through somebody here.
Double team the heck out of this guy and work to the next level.
Yep.
And, again, Revere's sticking with the 4-2 box there. They're –
it's a tough ask.
3 over 2 out here. There's an outside zone. Casey patiently just gets himself 6-7 yards on first down.
One of my favorite things about watching him run is his patience.
Yes.
And a lot of that comes from who he's got in front of him.
He trusts him.
He does trust him, but man, he's patient and patient. And when it's time to go, he puts his foot in the ground and he goes. But watching him pick his way through some of that stuff.
And he's a very physical runner. He's not going to shy away from contact one bit. So here we go. Here we got the two backs in the backfield now with Evan back there.
And there's a keep.
Q quarterback. That was Q power there. Q power read.
So they've shown that. They show that about every week. They put Faust in the backfield with Miser, and
well, he's always been a tailback until this year he started playing that wide position just to want your best 11 on the field.
He's got 7 catches for 356 yards this year.
Yeah, that first game against Hudson had a really nice game.
A great game. Nice little coming out party.
We got an extra tight end in here now. We got our 12 personnel in. Caleb's in at tight end and Faust at the other off-ball tight end.
We're going to get a false start. Going to back him up.
What are we? I haven't seen those false starts, Jay, but I'm anxious to see what we're doing.
Yeah. So 3rd and 8's a little different situation here.
Yeah, for sure.
Without a kicker.
Without a kicker, this is a 2-down situation, so we're staying in our 12
Yep, still got the 12 personnel in. Girding in motion. Borla's going to.
Got him.
He's got
very good.
A perfectly thrown ball
right
up the seam to Nick Dobkowski.
Defense thinking what I was saying. There's going to be 2 run plays in a row to get the first down, and then you throw a good play-action pass off of it.
That's Nick's 11th catch on the season and his 4th touchdown. One of the things that I feel like every quarterback that I've seen play in this system through the years, that it's just worked on so well, but those post routes, I mean, it just seems like that shot play that you get, and Coach Gibbons is willing to take that shot a couple or 3 times a game.
Well, Casey's probably the #1 option on that, and then if they take away Casey and that safety rolls over that way, he's going to look to Nick right up the seam there.
So going for 2, Borla. And that is a good 2-point conversion again. Nick Dobkowski on the catch. So, and that's a huge play. Get it to 14. As here's a replay of that touchdown pass. Brought the jet motion.
And just Casey's on that wheel. And actually, the safety had him. Nick just ran right by him.
He did.
So that was
just got a little nosy in the backfield with his eyes.
Feet stopped, and Nick ran right by him. And Dylan threw a great ball. Good read by Dylan. Being patient and seeing that, because sometimes they don't bring their eyes to that second guy.
Right. And I think that's one of the things that I've been really impressed with Dylan this year is he is not a one-read quarterback.
Right.
He comes off of his #1 with regularity, and that's the only way you pass at 80%.
100%. That's what I'm
is that he does a good job of he takes what the defense gives him. He makes a pre-snap read, he makes a post-snap snap read, and then he gets the ball where it should go.
And I guarantee you, Dylan watches as much film as anybody on the out here, along with the coaches as well.
I'm imagining his dad sitting right next to him.
Right. So I mean, that's all the way back to Bruce Kinsey, all those kids that would do the same thing.
Yes.
I mean, they did that. Bruce labeled the film for us. He'd have it labeled by Saturday morning by the time we came in.
Metzger, another really nice kick down to about the
5-yard line. Good hang time. Good squeeze by the kickoff coverage team.
Stacked up.
Very good.
That looked like Colton Faust was maybe I'm sorry. That's
Girding,
Lucas Girding, first man there, stood him up. So, hey, you know what? No kicker here tonight, and still, only giving him the ball at the 22, 23-yard line. So there's a test that's been passed so far.
For sure, because there's been some years where every time you kick that ball, you're just holding your breath. And,
yes. Used to be success to keep it inside the 35.
Exactly.
So just under 8 minutes remaining in the half. I feel like this is a big drive for Revere here.
Yeah, they need to establish something here. can't just, be happy with some time of possession here. Need some points.
As they have 2 tight ends in the game, and
winning the line of scrimmage, we are.
yes, that was Zywick.
And again, I mean, Revere's, they're still running the football here, which I respect that.
Blanchard on the carry, but Ryan Zywick going through an A gap and just meeting him at a yard deep.
It looks like Matt came in at DN now, and Zywick moved down inside. Noonan's inside now.
They're kind of messing with this a little bit.
Right.
And it's been kind of interesting. You get Noonan and Zywick in a 3 technique and a 2-eye. That's there is a slow developing.
Come on. There you go.
J-Mo Gordon, first man there.
Right.
But Matt Dean comes in to clean it up.
From the backside defensive end, so that was good pursuit by Matt there, because that run was away from him.
Yes. Jamison Gordon, first man there, did a night. You want to finish that play,
right.
But
looks like we're expecting pass here. We got Casey coming in at defensive end now. A little pass rush on the outside. Faust on the other D end on the outside.
Okay.
So it's like
little
cut it loose on the outside.
A little bit of a nickel package and get some pass rushers in there.
Right. Not have to blitz anybody, but get heat with 4. 2 big dudes inside.
So Revere with 3 receivers left. It's going to be a short roll.
This is a screen.
Oh, man. Was that well read?
Yeah, it was.
And that was, again, number 7, J-Mo Gordon. And honestly, it was probably a good thing that pass was not a catchable ball, because if it was a catchable ball, that was going to be 6 points for the Hornets. Just outside the reach of Jamison Gordon. So a 3 and out. It's going to bring up a 4th and 17. Yeah, clock stops.
Dobkowski and Berkmeyer both back deep again.
McCauley with his heels on the 1-yard line to receive this snap. Another
pretty good punt. Yeah, very good punt.
As he's going to get a huge bounce.
That's what can't happen when you have 2 guys back deep. We got to catch that ball, guys. Come on.
I agree. That's a ball that come up.
Whether it's a fair catch or not, that's fine.
Right.
Just catch the ball.
Catch the ball. You're talking 18 yards, easy, 20 yards of field position right there.
Right, and that's all you want.
So, Hornets take over, 27-yard line. This is an important part of the game for this Revere Minutemen defense. They need a stop. And this is the part of the game where Highland, so far this season, has done a nice job of just keeping their foot on the pedal.
Right.
Bring Faust in motion. They're just going to
back counter. It's a new little wrinkle.
I like that.
Yeah.
That being said, that was well defended by that Minutemen defense. Does that look like
number 3 on the tackle there? James
Perry.
We didn't get a good kickout block there.
Yeah.
The kid kind of got underneath of it and bottled everything up right there. Same formation.
Bring him in motion again.
Fast motion, little play action. All go. Got him.
Just outside the reach of Evan Faust.
That's tough. There are 3 verticals on that defense with a quick motion all of a sudden
That's a lot of communication's got to happen in a really short amount of time.
Starting a 2x2 to with a wing full or a tight end right off the ball, and then motion across, and then go 3x1. All
3 guys going up straight up the field.
And that's something that Evan brings to this offense that it hasn't had for the last few years.
Right.
Just having that
threat.
Receiving
a
the
tight
ball,
end, that can run vertical routes.
100%.
Pull it back to pass. There's a comeback route to Dobkowski.
Good route.
Good route. Good, well timed, well thrown.
Beautiful ball by Dylan, thrown to the outside shoulder there.
That's one of those throws that I think is underappreciated.
Yep.
Because you're throwing the ball a long way with a guy who hasn't even gotten into his break.
Right. And that's the number 1 route that, as a program you kind of work on all summer long, just that timing of that comeback.
Yeah.
Because if you can throw that comeback with that off coverage into the boundary with like right here again. I mean,
Another
it's not a full comeback, but just a little hitch there. Again, you're going to give us that off coverage, you know, with that kind of space. I mean,
this is classic Mike Gibbons play calling. If you're going to play off, we're going to take 5 yards and make you make tackles on the edge one-on-one.
And again, that's just going to loosen them up or tighten that guy up and then try to run by you. But, you know, Revere's just planning on making the tackle and saying you can't drive the ball.
To give to Misers, he's going to be brought down from behind.
66, I think, on the tackle right there.
Brody Bard on the stop.
Got to stay on some blocks here a little bit more.
Yeah, he did a nice job sneaking through there, getting in the backfield, getting his hands on Miser and dragging him down. So third and
4,
maybe 4, 3.5, 4.
Yeah. Backs that way.
Going with a 3-by-1 here. Just going to throw it right out to Miser. Get upfield.
Casey, get first. Yeah,
it's going to be close, but I think he got it. Yeah, I know it's tough.
Yep.
Know where the chains are. In those situations, catch it, get upfield, get the first down, get on the ground.
There's a little slant arrow here into the boundary, reading that flat defender.
That clock turning down to about 4 minutes now. Hornets have all 3 timeouts remaining.
Yeah, it'd be nice to definitely get another touchdown on the board here before half.
Yes.
And we get the ball to start, so
12 personnel again.
Outside zone. Guy chasing from the backside here.
That's
that
66 again.
Yeah, that backside D end.
Brody Bard, a couple nice plays on this drive. Miser able to pick up about 3. But nice job getting flat down the line of scrimmage,
nice
coming
job
from behind.
You do that so many times, you're kind of setting yourself up for some kind of boot coming back the other way, you know, so hopefully probably some eyes on that. Counter. See the bounce, fumble. Casey fumbled there. Luckily, Ryan Zywick on the recovery, I think.
Well, he was met with some to that. I think that was the Mike linebacker,
Mike
maybe.
Or safety or somebody came down and put the helmet right on the ball.
That was a nice hit on the ball carrier.
Yeah.
So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 6.
Looks like it was pretty well blocked.
Yes.
There was an initial
he
hole
had a
there.
little bit of room to go, and there's a little boot action.
Yep. Ah.
Boy, he had
that Burkmeyer, I think, right on the over, or is that
was
Dobkowski?
Dobkowski.
Yep.
Maybe just a little bit behind him,
yeah,
you know, and kind of went into a slide to try and catch it, but not able to haul it in. So Revere does what they need to do, force the punt.
Yeah. Not how we want this to go, that's for sure. You know, I do think we're getting, you know, up front, not doing exactly what we need to get done.
Metzger with another nice spiraling punt. Fair caught right at the 10-yard line. So Revere takes over, 2:24 left. They've got 2 timeouts remaining.
Yeah.
So they might have to go with a little bit of pace. This Hornet defense. I'm sure Coach Myers kind of, he wants to give the offense one more shot before
One more
half.
shot for sure. Yeah,
So,
it'd be nice to get one more
especially,
shot.
I could see us using some timeouts on defense here in the right spot.
For sure. I mean, we forced, you know, the punts from down here and gotten the ball at the 50-yard line. We still have all 3 timeouts.
So Ferris is empty. He does have 2 tight ends.
A different look than we've seen. Probably Jed here. Oof.
That
Bobble
was
snap. Good tackle. Well, one-arm tackle by our defensive end there, I think, just reached out and snagged him.
So I believe that was Carson Noonan.
I believe so. That was a pretty big arm that stuck out there.
That's a big arm to try and run through.
Right.
looked like a little bit of a sketchy exchange there
They
on
did.
that.
I don't know if that was
jet.
one of the jets where you hand it off, or if they do one of those where it's a forward pass and they kind of toss it forward, But
that way, if something goes squirrely, it's just an incomplete pass.
Incomplete pass. Made me look. I've never trusted that, but
I agree. It's a tough exchange.
it's a tough exchange for
a
high
lot
school
going
kids,
here
for sure.
really fast. So Revere obviously.
And you're counting on the official to rule that an incomplete pass.
Right.
I just don't know if I
Right.
would,
Right.
if I would trust that.
So Revere let the play clock run down and then did take a timeout.
Yeah, I think I
think they
believe
might.
Revere's goal here is to, we're down 14-0 against, Highland here, and I think they'd be very happy to go into halftime down 14-0.
And they get the ball at halftime too.
Right.
So,
their goal is not to give us the ball, get another score here, kind of keep the momentum they have from, if they stop this 2 straight series, I believe, force us to punt. So they definitely have a little momentum on their side right now.
so
Again, go ahead, Jay. Sorry.
here we go. Again, it looks like 2 tight ends, but an empty
set,
backfield.
Yeah. The tailback is off to the left there in the slot. Motion him.
Motion again. And they
Jet,
fake that
cute
jet.
counter
and
coming
counter
back.
off of it, and there is
Nowhere to go.
Nowhere to go.
Right.
So again, we talked about do your job.
Timeout Highland. Yep. Yeah, we're building a wall up there. We talk about build that wall, own your gap, be a gap sound defense. Nobody needs to be a hero. You just need to do your job, and the kids build off that.
Right.
They let them play fast too because they know their job. They know what they're supposed to do, and they get it done. And
What's a drill you do? We do every day in practice.
Every single day.
I mean, literally every day we build the wall, and it is emphasized as much as anything inside of that defense.
I mean, one thing you've probably recognized from coaching high school boys for this long is you get what you coach.
Correct.
You can't assume that they, have something. You will get what you put your time and effort into, and if you put your time and effort into that every single day, every single week, then they'll get the results. But as soon as you kind of forego it,
yes,
it sneaks up on you.
Right.
So we called timeout there. It's a minute 27 left. We got 2 left. 3rd down. I'd be surprised if Revere puts the ball in the air here, but maybe something quick.
Go empty again.
Yeah, they're going to.
They are gonna.
They're going to take a shot. All right.
I'll tell you what, that was nice coverage out there.
So Revere proved me wrong. They were not afraid to put the ball up in the air, but again, that's 4th down now. We got 2 timeouts, a minute 22, and they're punting. So if we get a good fair catch here, get some kind of return, we're in business here to score some points.
That was Metzger on the coverage. Stayed in phase, did a nice job.
Right.
Interesting decision there. That's a free timeout.
I definitely would have,
That's a free timeout with a minute 22 left.
Right. And I know it's high school football and the clock stops every time we get a first down and those kind of things, so it's a little different, but still. All right.
More of a line drive punt.
Should get some return on this.
It's going to be picked up by Dubkowski.
Come on, Nick. All right, hang on the ball. There we go. All right. Minute 10, 2 timeouts left. Pretty much call anything you want here.
Yeah, I would say.
Wouldn't be surprised if a screen gets called here soon.
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah. We haven't seen that.
We tried the one to Casey, but it's on the 3rd down and long, and defense is kind of ready for it.
And I do know these are spots they like to use Casey out of the backfield too.
Right.
Whether it's a screen or getting him going up a sideline on a wheel route. Anything that they can do. Get him solo somewhere.
Nice to get good positive yards on this 1st down, so we'll see here. Yeah.
Straight drop.
Screen.
They tried to set up a screen, and that was well defended. That was looked like.
Yeah, their pass rush is not happening right now. 68, is that who that is, or 50? Sorry,
it's
68. 60.
Joe Rozak.
Yeah, they don't have
I'll tell you what, he read that well.
He did. He sat right there behind him.
He knew a screen was coming.
Yes. We put a little motion on there, too, for some eye candy and still didn't get anybody to bite on it.
So Miser in the backfield with Borla. Go with a hard count. It's going to be given to Miser.
There you go. Keep running. Timeout
Nice
here.
push.
Get up and run one.
Yeah, I think they're going to try and go
Second
quick here.
and 1 on the ball.
So we got a 3rd and about 2. 45 seconds left in the half. Another give to Miser.
Outside
He's got
zone
the
there.
edge.
Great block.
Wow.
Better not. Yeah.
Walled off.
And again, that's why you don't stop running the football.
Right. You know, 3rd and
block.
2.
That was a very good block by Evan Faust.
That was
on
a
the edge.
great block by Evan Faust and also Ben Coyne from
the left tackle
from
spot.
the left tackle spot. Just walled it off.
Right.
And once you give Casey the edge, that's a big touchdown to end the half.
Again, and talking from Revere's standpoint, I thought really, they'd be happy going in 14-0 at halftime. We'll eat some more of that clock.
You know what? I like that decision out of Coach Gibbons, too. He knew what he wanted to do there on a 3rd and 2.
Right.
We're not going to use a timeout. We're going to get straight to the line of scrimmage. We're going to go outside zone, and we're going to make you try and bring down number 25. Going for 2 again.
Casey in the flat.
And it falls incomplete.
66 again on the play there. Nice job by the DN.
So 20-0, 30 seconds left in the half. If we're going to get a replay, we can take a look at these blocks on the edge.
Right. Do a nice job. Coyne captures. The blitzer comes off the edge. Evan does a really good job capturing him. And
and that was that the backside guard or the play side guard that got up to that linebacker too.
Yeah. Yep. And that's one of the harder blocks, just because there's a lot of traffic trying to get up through there.
I want to double check this.
Left guard probably was Messina on that, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
And he was out there driving a man about 15 yards downfield. And that was a linebacker.
Blocks.
Yes, he does.
We'll just leave it like that.
Yes.
Leave it at that.
Finish to the echo of the whistle.
To the echo of the whistle, yes. Through the whistle, as we say.
So Casey Miser, 16 carries, 204 yards.
That's crazy.
In the first half.
You said
and
16
2
carries?
touchdowns. Yes, 16 carries.
Wow. And that was heartbreaker for Revere, because I do think they felt like, they were kind of battling, and they were doing a nice job.
Yes.
A little shorter kick.
Shorter.
Yeah. Up the middle. 34-yard line.
It's Aaron French on the return, out across the 30.
Number 8.
I would think that we're going to see a knee here, but
yeah. Maybe a draw play or something.
Yeah, that's true. You might try and hit him with something
they
safe.
Got one timeout, so
see if you catch a seam somewhere.
Right. I don't think you'll see the ball in the air, though.
This is one of those defensive coordinators. You got to watch. You got to warn them about everything.
Everything.
You know, deep is the deepest. Nothing squirrely here to end the half.
Always paranoid.
Yes. Looks like Revere is going to take their final timeout.
I could see us going a timeout there, too, just seeing if we had everything settled. But yeah.
Looks like they wanted to see maybe what kind of personnel we had in the game and maybe make a decision from there. Stick with us at halftime. We'll bring the Revere Marching Band, followed by the Pride of Highland, and under the direction of Ed Marquette at halftime. And we'll spend some time getting some numbers put together, come back and give you some halftime stats. Normally we go through some scores and stuff, but I think we're the only game in town this week. So 25 seconds remaining.
Lining up like they're going to do something.
Ferris
handing it off inside.
Tell you what, little room to work there. He's going to get a first down.
but they're out of timeouts with that last timeout they took. So
Jalil Blanchard picked up about 12. Ferris spikes it.
it'll be 2nd and 10, 15 seconds left. I'm not sure what kind of field goal kicker they have, but usually Revere has a decent field goal kicker.
I'll tell you what, the kid who was kicking for their freshman team last night was impressive.
Pretty good.
Yes.
Maybe they have a soccer game too. Let's hope.
Yeah, right. That's a valid point. 2 receivers going with a doubles formation. Ferris going with a hard count.
Yep.
Takes a snap, deep drop. Pockets closing.
Pick right there.
And was
Come on,
that
Josh.
Josh Arvanites?
Yep. Josh read that all the way.
Yes, he did. And Kyle Williams, step for step.
For sure. Yeah, there was no opening there. Pocket was definitely collapsing, and he wanted to get rid of it.
So 8 seconds remaining, 3rd and 10.
I think it's a pretty busy. I mean, if I believe there's a volleyball game going on tonight too.
There
right?
is.
Yes. I mean,
Yes.
it's a pretty busy night here.
Yeah, a lot of moving parts here
Yes.
this evening. And I got to go to work tomorrow.
Ugh. I got tomorrow off, so I'm happy about that. Yeah, here we go. 3rd and 10.
Goes quick.
I can't imagine they were set there, but
And that ball is incomplete. Intended for Aaron French.
18.
They went so quick, there's still 4 seconds remaining.
Right. It did not look like they were set in their formation.
Yeah, that was and Blanchard wasn't ready for it in the backfield. I don't think he ever got out of his position.
right.
So we might see if they can protect long enough to see what kind of an arm
Blanchard's only a junior. So.
that Luke Ferris has here. Yeah, I like the way he runs the ball.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to throw it underneath.
All right, good tackle.
It was a very nice tackle.
Who was that? That Whitling?
That's Whitling on the tackle. That pass was caught by Tyler Freight. So, halftime, 20-0. Hornets over the Minutemen of Revere. You got any thoughts? What you saw?
I don't. I think I think Revere would have been happy being down 14-0, but they gave us the ball and we were smart and took advantage of what we do. So
I think that pass on 3rd down was kind of interesting.
Right.
A free clock stoppage, and then anytime you give the ball at midfield to this offense, that's
right.
It can be trouble real quick.
For sure.
But at the end of the day, I mean, I was impressed with some of the stuff we saw to that Revere defense.
Yes.
They got a couple stops there in the first
did.
half and made some plays.
For sure.
So we're gonna round up some stats. We're gonna grab a little something to eat, enjoy a little halftime, enjoy the show, and we will be back with you at the beginning of the second half.
And Angela Camado, put your hands together for the Revere High School Marching Minutemen. Tonight's halftime presentation begins with our production show entitled, How Long is Forever? You will hear quotes from Coldplay's Fox, Alice in Wonderland, and Time to Say Goodbye as the production grows. The second movement will bring rhythmic chaos featuring our woodwinds, percussion, and a trumpet solo by Junior Mia Palmer. The third movement will introduce the familiar medley of Time to Say Goodbye featuring Michelle Wayne, Aiden Joy, Dax Saran, Tally Farrell, and Phoebe Cook in a brass quintet. The show closes featuring a flute solo by Junior Peyton Nylinger. They look ready. Here is the band's 2024 production. How long is forever?
Expanse of the starlit sky, two souls met by chance, and in that fleeting moment, their gazes intertwined, sparking a love as sudden and boundless as the dawn of the universe. With just a second's embrace, fate pulled them apart as quickly as their hearts had entwined. I found forever in a second spent with you. How long is forever? How long is forever? Sometimes just 1 second.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The Revere High School Marching Band is under the direction of Tom Chier, assisted by Montana Fausnot, Jacob Taylor, and student teacher Marjorie Spinner. They are joined by percussion instructor R.J. Marcos and guard instructor Keely Ryan. Thank you for your attention and support of all of our high school performers tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, we proudly present the 2024 Pride of Highland Marching Band! We open tonight's performance with a song made famous by the rock and jazz fusion band Chicago. Here's 25 or 6-4. Here's their catchy breakout single, Hand Clap. Before the Pride of Highland plays our last song, we would like to invite the entire crowd to stay at the conclusion of tonight's football game to watch our annual glow show. We'll break out the glow sticks and shut off the stadium lights as we play some of our favorite tunes from earlier in the season and march in the dark. We close tonight's performance with a song from the English rock band Def Leppard, featured on their 1987 album titled Hysteria. Here's Pour Some Sugar on Me.
And for that Hornet band. Don't forget, after tonight's game, a light show. Highlight of the season. The Highland Foundation wants to thank everyone who came out for tonight's Parents' Night Out tailgate. We'd like to congratulate the raffle winner, Kathy Purcha. She won an Igloo dining certificate for up to 8 guests to enjoy a unique dining experience in a one-of-a-kind Blue Heron's heated igloo over the winter. If you haven't been up there to catch one, check them out. Stop in for an appetizer and see what they got. Don't forget to purchase your tickets for the November 16th Great Gifts Dinner, the Platinum Edition. You can get your tickets at highlandfoundation.org.
All right, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed the halftime festivities here at North Gateway Tire Field. Again, I'm Jay Grissom with Coach Nate Howard, bringing you a little Thursday night football from Granger Township. So a couple interesting stats. I think we'd already brought up Miser 16 carries, 204 yards in the first half.
Doesn't seem real.
I tell you. And again, I mean, yeah, his name's on those stats, but what those guys doing up front,
Right.
Outstanding stuff up front. Borla 6 for 10.
A little below his average, but that's
6 for 10, 45 yards and a touchdown, but
good yards for sure.
Haven't asked a lot of him tonight. Haven't
No.
needed to. Nick Darbkowski, 3 catches, 37 yards, touchdown on the post route, and then also then caught the 2-point conversion there to finish that possession off. But I think maybe the most glaring number that we got, Hornets 239 yards of total offense, Revere 61.
Yeah.
So, Revere's 31 passing yards, 30 rushing yards. So this Highland defense, doing what we've kind of come to expect them to do.
Exactly. Kind of grown accustomed to, zeros on the board, 7 points, at the end of a game or something like that. And it's that don't give up that big play,
Yeah.
And they do a great job of keeping everything in front. Revere started off the game with getting some first downs there. But then we kind of settled in, kind of recognized what they were trying to do, made some adjustments, and, keeping everything in front of us right now. So.
Yeah.
And when you can run the football the way we do, that's good complementary football.
Yes.
Between
Yes.
the offense and defense.
Yes. And on a night like tonight, it's a little chilly for the first time.
Yes.
Ball's a little harder, a little slicker.
Yep. A little dew on the ground out there for sure.
Yeah. So it's it feels like fall football here in Northeast Ohio for the first time this year. So Hornets will be kicking away to Revere, who will have possession to start the second half. If you're in the Revere locker room at halftime, what's your message to your kids?
Yeah, I mean, I think you had a really positive message going in had you not given up that last touchdown. I think they were doing exactly what they wanted to do. But I think you just keep building on that. They did get some first downs. They had some positive yards. They'd done a good job on some of the run plays, stocking us up, even though we have all those yards in the run. But they've come on some big plays, so you harp on the big play, making the tackle. And then offensively, you just, you got to hope that you can break something.
Yeah.
I think they got to become a little more aggressive, probably play calling wise, to, take that shot, because it's probably not going to happen on a run play.
Yeah.
Maybe get behind us on something. Get some of that chunk yards to make it not so hard on your offense to score.
Well, and with the exception of a couple screen passes, they haven't attacked the middle of the field at all.
Not at all.
So, a couple of their shot plays have been up the sidelines, and we've – Hornets have done a nice job staying in coverage on that stuff. So,
and that's hard to pass. I mean, that's hard to complete as a high school quarterback.
Yes.
I mean, there's not a whole lot of room over there for error, and again, our corners are doing a good job staying in phase, and that's a difficult pass to complete.
Yeah, I think like Blanchard, like we were saying in the first half, we like the way he runs. He just hasn't had a lot of room to work so far.
And we haven't seen him run out. I mean, they ran him on a couple jets out of that empty look. They run him on a jet, but other than that, they've kind of run him up the middle most of the time.
Yeah, trying to get stuff between the tackles, and that's just tough sledding.
Metzger's kick. Another pretty good kick for a non-kicker down to the 10-yard line. Squeezed by the – there you go.
Nice return up to about the 30-yard line. Looked like Metzger was in on that tackle with Girding. So little update from the Guardians game, because I know everybody'd rather watch this than they would playoff baseball. David Fry just had a pinch hit 2-run bomb, put the Guards up 4-3 in the 7th inning.
Probably a lot of dual screens right
yes,
now,
people watching on their computer, and they got the Gardos game on.
Yep, exactly.
Yes.
Hopefully, for your sake, it'd probably be better to have the volume off on us.
That's probably true. So there's a give to Blanchard. And again, Hornets have it stacked up early. Like Cody Bendow.
Yep, that was Cody.
First man there.
Oh, Cookie.
There's another young man who's had a nice year. First real varsity action. And,
for sure. Cody's a kid that works really hard, junior, who would probably play on a lot of teams.
Yeah.
But with, the guys that we have up front on offense and defense, just hard to get him in that rotation. Probably the best nickname of anybody out there, Cookie.
Cookie?
Cookie.
Love it.
Yes, it's very fitting.
So Ferris on a keep there. Well, what a cool family situation, too, with the Misers and the Bendow, stepbrothers, and, Casey running footballs and Cody tackling ball carriers and Brady blocking, and then the young Brady Miser, quarterback for the freshman team. So a lot of football in that family. Got to love it. So they go with that empty set again. Blanchard out left this time.
3-by-1 into the boundary here.
There goes another screen.
That was good, yeah.
That was
a little tunnel screen by that outside receiver there.
Looked like
that was kind of nice. I mean, a lot of ended up with 3 receivers into the short side of the field over there, and then bring that tunnel screen back in underneath. That's tough on the defense. Good job by the D-line. Recognize it, read and retrace.
It was Tyler Freight. So 4th and short. Everybody's saying hold your water. Don't jump off sides here on a 4th and 2. And he's going to go back for a quick kick. That worked well in the first half, and that's another outstanding,
nice job.
Well executed.
Good field position by. Great job. Good decision there, I believe, by Revere.
Down to the 20-yard line. So, I mean, not what you want, but nice job of flipping the field, if nothing else.
Right, and well executed there on that.
Yes. So, again, a quick big thanks to Amanda Fall and State Farm Insurance Agencies, our premier sponsor this season. So Borla takes the snap. There's a give to Miser.
Nice cut by Casey.
And he's got room to roam.
I think he's going for a touchdown.
They are not going to catch him.
And they had 3 linebackers in the box there, too, so that was.
Yeah, that was an obvious halftime adjustment that.
That outside zone has been a nice play for us the whole game. The one holding call got us, but.
And again, just a nice patient run, staying flat, waiting for it, opened up, pedal down, 80-yard touchdown run. So that is touchdown number 3. So Miser is now.
That was 80 yards, I believe, right, Jay?
It was. Miser is now 1 touchdown away from a single-season school record.
Over Lucas or?
Jake Rogers.
Jake Rogers.
2018 had.
All right.
Knocked it through.
Knocked it through. A little pressure off the edge there. But
Metzger. Love it. So here's a replay. Talk us through it, Coach.
All right, so we in our 12 personnel here. It's an outside zone again. Good job by Ben Coyne. Again, Casey sees that, reads it, cuts it up inside. Linebackers kind of fit, but we got a hat on a hat, and Casey found his way through there, and the rest was just him outrunning everybody. Really good job. I mean, offensive line there, all across the board, receivers. Well, anytime you get a big run like that, you got to give the receiver some credit too on the blocking because
I love Ben Coyne at left tackle.
Oh, he's a very good offensive lineman.
One of the smartest guys on the field.
Definitely, I would say probably the smartest guy on the field.
And
him and Dylan will give each other a good run for who's the smartest.
Yes.
And last year Ben, with Brody Davis being there and Ben Fern, he didn't have to be the smartest guy because he had some older guys there to help him. But, they kind of passed the torch on to him, and, he soaked everything in. And, again, being around the offensive line for as long as I've been here, it kind of is just something that the kids do on their own, how they take each other in. They take pride in, their assignments, their knowledge, not only just the physicality of blocking, but just also their brain.
How about we got a kick into the end zone for a
impressive
touchback? I love it. No, I think, and what you're talking about right now is what makes this program different.
Right.
Is once you have instilled that type of culture.
Yep.
And that is the way that those kids they treat the underclassmen the way that they should treat the underclassmen, and I mean that in a positive way.
100%.
And they take those kids under their wing and they teach them,
Right.
and then they are excited, and it's amazing how many alumni we see here every Friday night.
100%. Just
And,
talked to quite a few of them down there on my way up, a couple that are playing college football right now that are home on a fall break, and one has a bye, and I mean, they're here just watching. And
they love seeing the success of their program. It's always their program. There's a toss out to Blanchard, trying to get him in some open space a little quicker, but
just a good job
that
there.
pursuit was real.
Not sure who that was.
That's Arvanites.
Josh coming down.
Nice job from his safety position, flying up there for about a half a yard gain. I like the thought of that, getting him out in space early, but that was well read inside by Josh Arvanites. Another one, nice to see him back on the field. Coming off of
that ankle injury.
That was a rough ankle injury. But
looks like he's moving pretty good out there tonight.
Real well tonight. Second big play he's been involved with.
Got their 2 tight ends in there.
Straight drop. Had him on slant routes. A lot of contact. Yeah, that's going to draw a flag.
Kind of saw that coming just with that arm wrapped around the backside of him. Just a little early there.
Yeah, and I think slant routes. Those are tough because you're trying to fight through a guy at a ball, and there's going to be some contact.
Right.
So. They mark this thing off. That will be a Revere first down.
First down, yeah. Revere has a chance. I mean, they're at the 35-yard line. Have they been in our territory yet tonight? I'm not sure.
No, we're gonna know here in a second. So our guy Andrew's on the case.
They got to the 40 on the first drive.
40 of the first drive.
Okay.
All right.
That play
Thank you very
stacked
much,
up
Andrew.
again. So that's Cody Bendow, Carson Noonan, and Caleb McKean all in the backfield on that play.
And that's just, Revere trying to, when you can't win the line of scrimmage, like Highland's winning the line of scrimmage right now, it's very hard, no matter what you call, try to run outside, run inside, but, take a pass. But, when you can't win the line of scrimmage, it's very tough. It's to sustain a drive, to put some things together.
Blanchard motions back into the backfield. Straight drop, looking deep, again down the sideline. Metzger's there. He's caught it, but I believe he's out of bounds.
Good play there.
It's a great catch.
Mm-hmm. Very close.
And a good throw. Only a Revere man could catch it.
Yep.
That ball was caught out of bounds, but that was caught by Nicholas Hall. So that's going to bring up a 3rd and 10.
And I think to stop some of our pressure, they're going with these double tight end, leaving max protection in there. So you can't get very many guys out on these routes. And, sometimes we talked about just those outside throws, deep down the sidelines. But, again, when you have to leave 7 guys in for protection, you don't leave yourself a whole lot of options.
Not a lot of options. And, even in that, they brought Blanchard back in there, and I'm sure he was checking inside to out before he went out on the hit.
That, so you're taking your chance of a one-on-one matchup out there. And, again, we're playing a single high safety, too, so he has some room to rove over there, too. So, pretty much no matter what level it is, you got to win that line of scrimmage, and right now we're doing a really good job of winning the line of scrimmage.
Hey, well, we got a second. Why don't you give us a little update on our girls golf team?
Yeah, girls golf, Coach Mary Becker. I work with her every day. They've done another great job. It kind of feels like some people maybe lost a little bit of the excitement for it because it's almost become an expectation now to make it down to the state tournament every single year. But they did it again by qualifying on this past week in their sectional. And the girls did a really good job, so they'll be going down to Dayton this year. So it's a little different, not the Ohio State's course that they're used to, but they'll be going down to Dayton to play. And, they have a really good group that's going down there to play. I know she's really excited about the group of girls, great group of girls. They're very consistent. And again, like we said, it's almost become an expectation, but it really, it shouldn't be because those girls, it's their time because it's different girls each time, kind of like we talk about with this football program. It's different girls each time, just the same result. So
And what she
congratulations to them.
Yeah, and what Coach Becker does with that program is nothing short of amazing.
100%.
The ball swung outside, and the Hornets were all over it. So that's going to actually go for a loss of about a half a yard and bring up a 4th down. No, I saw Coach Becker tonight. Got to talk to her for a minute, and she just kind of breathing a sigh of relief. And,
right.
I know the weather was not ideal Monday.
No, they teed off and got some bad weather. Kind of a, oh boy.
That ball is muffed, but covered up. That was Luke Berkmeyer.
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, I know I would not want to have to try to catch a punt with it coming down with people running at me.
Yes.
We talked about not getting it caught in the half, but then you take that opportunity right there too.
Right.
And as that coach, you're always just kind of torn between, do you tell them to catch it? Do you tell them to get out of the way? Because ultimately you just want the darn football.
Correct.
But good job by Luke getting back on that.
So Hornets take over, 7 minutes to go here in the third quarter, 27-0. Borla on a give to Miser, another outside zone play. They got it walled off again. And out across
Tripped
to
up by number 3 there, I believe. Or is that?
That was James Perry.
Number 9.
And Tyler Freight. So another big pickup on the outside zone towards the left side of that Highland offense. They've seen some success with that.
And Noonan's just left tackle over here, so, I mean, he's been getting after it pretty darn good. There you go, Carson. He's into him.
It's a give to Girding.
Girding on a jet, which is basically the same kind of blocking scheme as the outside zone.
So I believe that was Lucas's first touch of the ball game tonight. And it goes for
11 yards first down.
Yeah, going to be a first down, I think, as we have a Revere player down. We've got an official's timeout. So we got that out. Take an opportunity to talk about the girls' soccer team. Another one of the fall sports teams that's been unbelievable this year, and what Coach Zufall and his staff are doing with those young ladies. 15-1-1. 7-0 in conference. I believe they just wrapped up a conference championship.
Yeah, I think against Aurora yesterday,
right? Yes. So Max Preps, which is where they do all of their seeding and the way that everything works, they are number 8 in the national poll.
Wow.
First team in school history to do that. They're number 1 in the state poll. They're number 1 district seed, number 1 in the Greater Akron Division III district. Number 6 in the USC regional rankings. Back-to-back league titles. First time in girls or boys history at Highland. And they hold the highest strength of schedule in Division III in the entire state. So they're doing this, playing the toughest teams in the state.
Right, which is always nice to see when you get to playoff time, I'm sure.
Miser on a carry there for about
we got some extracurriculars here for something.
Miser picked up about 7 on that.
I think Coin's shaking something there.
Miser now has 20 carries for 316 yards.
Do we know what our school record is for rushing yards?
I do not know that.
I'm trying to find that out.
That's a big number. We got a dead ball personal foul on Revere. So that is going to give the Hornets another 15 yards all the way down to the 10-yard line.
I was part of a game in 2008 where Chris Snook carried the ball, I believe, for 30-some-odd times for 300 yards. But he had 30-some carries in a night over at Cloverleaf.
That young man was an animal.
He was.
Borla on a keep. And we got another flag in the area of holding, I would say, unless somebody got on a face mask. But
and I just got the stat from Albert Grindle. That night I was talking about Chris Snook carried the ball 48 times for 301 yards.
For 301.
So I believe, Casey has surpassed Chris for 301 yards already tonight. A few less carries.
Wow.
We were playing against Nick Juszczyk that night. The fullback for the 49ers now. He was quarterback, running back for that Cloverleaf team. It was a heck of a game. Butt pad incident we won't want to talk about too much.
I remember all too well.
The Highland faithful probably have heard about it.
First and goal from the 20. A little quick out route there.
Yep.
That was caught by.
Usually the F. Who's that?
That was Evan Faust. Coming out of, maybe that was a duo form or a Trojan formation coming from his flex tight end position there.
Just a little release him on an arrow route right there.
So they get all of that penalty yardage back plus a couple. So it'll be second and goal from about the 9, maybe the 8. Nice quick decision there by Dylan. Get it in and out of your hand and let your playmaker make a play.
Right. And that's another nice thing there with that tight end that can catch the ball and run like that to be able to run that
Give
from that
to Miser.
spot.
He's down to about the 1. So it'll be third and goal.
.450 left in the game here.
So it looks like the 12 personnel in the ball game.
Yep. Let's get a little inside zone here.
And he is in. Now that's touchdown number 4 tonight for Casey. Is that correct, number 4? So I believe that now makes him the top single-season point scorer in school history, breaking Jake Rogers' record of 170.
Quite a few games left.
Yes. And also breaks the single-season touchdown record held by Jake Rogers. So a big congrats to Casey and that offensive line. What an accomplishment with 2 regular season games left to go. Snap is good, holds good, kick is good.
Good snap, good hold there. Had some pressure off that edge, but the snap and the hold were good, so still got that thing through there.
I'll tell you what an awesome job by Metzger tonight.
For sure.
I mean, you know, coming in, he's got a touchback and a place kick. He's every kick has been inside the 10.
Yeah.
And now he's knocked through a couple extra points. So 34-0, that is going to get us into a running clock here in the second half.
Yeah, we might have seen the last of.
I would imagine that 25 has carried the ball for the final time tonight. Right. Sometimes Coach Gibbons goes one more series with those guys, but a little bit later in the game, that might be it. So Metzger going to kick it away again for the Hornets. That ball is
number 18.
By 18. Good hard run.
Good return, good tackle.
Aaron French. Nice return there by Aaron French. As Revere will take over.
A tackle by a majority of the kickoff team there.
I will say, you know, first night of the season where they've really had to cover up.
Right.
And they've done a nice job with it. Looks like the number 1 defense still in the ball game here. Got Nick Dowkowski playing corner right now, along with Kyle Williams.
Kyle Williams over here, number 4, yep.
As that ball is stacked up again. So Zywick, Noonan, Dean, and Gordon all in the backfield on that one. Goes for a loss of 1.
Definitely fun to play linebacker when you have those four in front of you.
I mean, my goodness, you're just running free. You're
Yes.
running free for 4 quarters.
Definitely makes a first year starting much easier for you.
Revere going to a 3-by-1. I'm going to bring French in motion. And
That's a legal motion, I
yeah,
believe.
I think he's moving towards the line of scrimmage when that ball was snapped.
Yep.
Oh, they actually lined up offsides.
Yeah.
Maybe that near receiver didn't check with the because that was the official that threw the
Right.
flag. So back them up another 5. Going to bring up a 2nd and 16 now for the Minutemen.
I think Revere's just trying to get something positive here. Would try to, get into our territory, get the ball moving, eat some clock here.
French in motion again. They're going to go with a short roll onto that side. Nice pass completed.
Nice job moving the pocket, get a little sprint out there, hoping that protection out with the offensive line, help your quarterback out.
Harrison DeVanker on the catch.
Be 3rd and 1.
I like that little short roll, and
Yep.
I think Ferris did a nice job getting his shoulders turned and attacking the line of scrimmage, getting downhill. Had a little something on that.
A little power formation here, quarterback
Go with
sneak, and they got it, I believe, if that's him. I don't know.
It's going to be close.
Thought that was him with the ball, but I think that was the offensive lineman.
I think he got there. I think he's at about the 41.
Yeah, they're moving him.
Nice job there. Just, find a way to move the chains.
Right. Again, move the pocket, help your protection out a little bit. Sitting in that pocket's not easy with that front 4 coming at you, so a little half roll, sprint out.
Nice job, too. They had a
Fourth quarter.
2nd and 16.
Right.
And, be able to get out of that hole and get a first down. So with that running clock, that's going to bring the quarter to an end. So real quick here, I want to talk about our girls tennis team too, because what an outstanding job Coach Reynolds has done with those young ladies. So they, the unseeded Highland team, they're still competing in the team state tournament. They beat the number 2 seed Magnificat 3-2. And with this win, Highland they qualified for the OTCA state team tournament as a team for the first time in school history. So 4 teams left in the state.
Right.
They play in the Final Four at the College of Worcester on October 19th. So what an awesome job by those young ladies. I love it. It's such an individual sport. And to be able to do it as a team and show you how well-rounded your program is. Haynes and Schlack both qualified as the 1 seed for the OHSA district tournament, winning their first-round match over Dover. And they have qualified in the state tournament doubles. They will within another win over Solon.
Okay.
So, I'm sorry, they did. Both wins were in straight sets, and so they're moving on as individuals.
College of Worcester as well.
Yeah.
Right.
So how awesome for that program.
Yeah, that's got to be fun, competing on your own and competing as a team. That
Yes.
would be,
Blanchard gets the carry off the edge.
very successful fall for all of our sports.
Yes,
here.
yes.
Kind of look from top to bottom. I know boys soccer's having a good season. Volleyball's having a good season.
Yes.
Cross country's having a good
Yeah, I know.
season. I believe they compete tomorrow for the Suburban League.
Yes.
Tomorrow. So just a lot of hardworking kids that, want to be great and work hard at what they're trying to do.
Yeah, and I what I love to see too is how many multi-sport athletes we have
Yes.
too. I mean, this field's covered with some of your lacrosse guys, some of my baseball guys. There's basketball guys out there.
Right.
There's track guys out there.
On a normal night, we get some soccer guys out here too.
Correct.
Tonight.
So trying to take another shot up the sideline, and
again,
Garrett Phillips does a nice job staying over top. Nick Dobkowski staying underneath and just nowhere to throw that football.
No, just a max protection again. So again, 2, maybe a third guy leaked out there late for on the route. So
yeah,
Good job by the corners, not getting beat.
I'll say too, like I love that they do that with tennis. You know how it's a there's a team state tournament and an individual state tournament because it's tough. It's tough as a team to work through that bracket play and to get where they are. How awesome is that for those girls and still playing in the postseason? Hornets showing pressure and bringing it.
Again, same kind of pattern there. A little quick roll to the boundary. It's a little bit outside on the
Colton Faust and Garrett Phillips both on the coverage there. I mean, they brought pressure, and there's still nowhere to throw the ball.
Still nowhere to throw the ball. A lot of single receiver kind of route there.
And once they flushed him, then he only had one option, and that got covered up real quick. So, Minutemen back in punt formation. McCauley, he's done a nice job punting tonight.
For sure.
Love seeing number 77 punting footballs.
He just loves touching that ball.
Yes.
Gets the kick.
Does a nice. Got a pre-snap.
There's a delayed game.
False start.
I've been a decent amount of pre-snap penalties here.
Yes, there have.
On both sides. Something that both coaches will probably want to get cleaned up.
Good snap. Line drive, low line drive, but
Nick catches it. Oh boy,
we
we got the wall set up here.
Nice cut.
Back.
And brought down from behind. That looked like
Nice
number
return.
80, Donovan Farrow. Nice return there by the Hornets.
Looked like we got the younger offense going in here.
Okay. Yeah, I see Johnny Pavlock and Elliot Throckmorton.
Right.
It's like Grady Gibb going to take over at quarterback.
And again, a lot of these guys, I mean, up front especially, they'd be playing on a lot of teams we face.
Cody Bendow. Who else is in there?
Left tackle. You see why you need those binoculars up here, Jay. I didn't think it was that hard to see, but it's not easy.
We got a timeout Revere. Dylan Lazar going to be in the backfield.
Looks like Nowak's going to be at center, Bendow at a guard, and Pavlock at a tackle. Tommy Fern at another tackle.
Okay. Got J.P. Quinn in at receiver. Liam Zielinski. Cooper Zielinski. Both at the bottom of your screen.
Some brother action out there.
Two good young athletes waiting for their turn.
Dylan Lazar back at tailback. Runs as hard as anybody.
I love watching him play.
Yes. And there he goes around the edge there. Oh,
Flag comes in.
getting a holding call here.
He picked up about 9 or 10 on that, but definitely a hold, going to bring it back.
When these kids come in here, I mean, they're expected to, execute and just run the offense just as anybody else would. So, we get that holding call, not happy about it.
Derek Fallon looks like he's playing the Y position now, too. So 1st and 20.
Definitely not where you want to start.
No. Give to Lazar on an outside zone.
Good job finding a way through there. Picked about 5 yards up there.
Mo Abuhamde just checked in the game as well. I love the way Dylan Lazar plays football. I've seen him play for the last couple of years at some JV games and seeing him on for these Friday nights and these type of situations. He runs the ball hard and he plays Mike linebacker. He's not afraid to stick his nose in there and hit somebody.
Very nice kid, too. Spends a lot of time in my house.
It's a keep by Gibb. Good decision.
Good read.
Gonna lower his shoulder and
makes
get
up
up.
a 3rd and 3 here, 3rd and 1 almost.
Nice pick up there on a 2nd and long to make it a very 3rd and manageable situation. Nice read there by Grady. That opened up wide open on that side. He pulled it out of Lazar's belly and kept it. Got up the field quick. 3rd and 1.
Looks like Revere switched some of their players out as well.
Zielinski in motion. Gibb going to keep it again, and he's going to pick up the 1st down. Nice job there by Grady.
Yep. Good job up front, staying on blocks there. A little power read.
So as we get inside, just a little bit more than 5 minutes left in the ball game. Guardians clinging to a 1-run lead, heading to the 9th.
All right. Counter.
Give to Lazar.
Good blocking. Some guys finishing some blocks downfield there. That's what you like to see.
Brought down by like 32. Ben Eberhardt. Nice tackle.
We talk about these younger guys getting their opportunity to get in here, Jay, and show what they can do. I mean, these guys work super hard to practice, every single day, getting plenty of reps. Offensive day is a defensive day for them, vice versa. Defense is an offensive day. I mean, and they just, when they get this opportunity, it's great to see them come in and execute.
I love it, man. I do. I love seeing the way these guys come out and play. And Gibb keeps it again. Met initially by number 2, Lucas Weinart. But to your point, too, I know, my kid's a senior and, had to work his tail off for 3 years and, getting some opportunities this year. But it's awesome, as a sophomore and junior, he came home proud of what happened on scout team that day.
Right.
That's a cultural thing.
100%.
Where those guys are competing against, they're big on big, best on best.
Best on best scrimmages, weekly, Tuesday, Wednesday, with those guys going.
Lazar.
And a lot of these guys, I mean, you get a very good look.
Yes.
And it's not just a look, honestly. It's a competition.
I wouldn't want to tackle Dylan Lazar on a Wednesday.
Right. You can tackle Dylan Lazar on a Wednesday. You can tackle somebody on a Friday. I guarantee you that.
Right.
And then all the playoff games that these guys have, I think you kind of look at some of this stuff. And, I mean, as you get closer to the playoffs, each senior class has kind of played more. Last year's senior class played 10 playoff games from their sophomore year through their senior year. And that's a whole extra season of football.
Right.
I mean, that's and they played the most. And the year before them, that senior group played 9. Then that group got 10. And if this group makes it, as far as we made it last year or further, they're going to set that record because they were part of that.
Right.
So, I mean, you're getting 10 extra weeks of practice from, your junior, your sophomore year, picking up whole seasons of play.
Right.
To get better, to compete. And I think, as a program, like that you can't measure those kind of things.
No, you can. And I know, in the runs that we've made in the tournament as a baseball team, like how invaluable it is that, that JV season ends and you bring up, whatever it is, 6, 8, 10 guys, at least for practice situations, and then you dress as many as you can.
Right.
And, I mean, just getting them exposed to that environment is huge.
To the pregame environment, to the preparation environment, all those things matter. Being in that locker room before a game when, it just feels a little bit different.
Yes. So it looks like number 14, Aiden Police, has taken over at quarterback. He's going to keep it. And he's taken down at about the 4-yard line by number 32, Ben Eberhardt.
Third and 5 here, so see if we get the ball in Dylan Lazar's hands maybe. 10 just checked in the game.
It's Alex Wadalak.
It's a tough one to say. Glad you took it.
Oh, you know what? I had him when I was helping coach youth football when he was in 5th grade.
All
so
right,
I
a little practice.
Yeah, I've had practice for a few years. And looks like the Hornets are going to take a timeout.
We're down to 3 seconds on the play clock there, so we'll make sure. 1:56 left. You know, and that's the thing with these running clocks. They're great, and I understand, and I think they serve a purpose. But it is hard to get some of these players that we talked about earlier in the week that deserve, you know, time on the field.
Right.
Right. You know, have busted their tails all week long to get them in there.
One last big thanks to Amanda Fall and State Farm Insurance. You know, Amanda's just been so great to this district through the years, and her agency offers discounts to families and great discounts for your youthful operators. You know, she's got family in the district, and her daughter Sammy that attends Granger Elementary, son Graham at Highland Middle School. Just a great family that is always involved with everything Highland local schools. Police going to keep it, and nowhere to go as he's stacked up for a loss.
Going to be 4th and goal here from the 8-yard line.
So Hornets are going to set up to go for it. I'm sure they're going to use as much of this clock as they can before they do.
It'll be fun to see Metcher get a field goal here.
Right? So Lazar in the backfield. Give to Lazar, nice cut, and
Dylan,
he is in.
For the touchdown. Great job, Dylan. I mean, the kid hits the hole, you know what I mean? Like, he is.
And again, that was that smack block coming across. And Lazar takes it in. So that is his second touchdown of the season. Lazar, so in limited action, 20 coming into tonight. So this doesn't include tonight. Dylan has 20 carries, 145 yards, and a touchdown. That's his second touchdown. That's a 7.3 yard per carry average. So you got to love that out of a young man coming in and taking advantage of his opportunity. Metzger knocks it through again.
Great night. Might be a little competition for kicking this week.
Don't let them see your backup.
Right.
No, those guys are right where they're supposed to be playing that soccer game right now.
Yes, they are for sure.
No, I love it. That's good stuff. Next man up mentality. So with 20 seconds left, Hornets will be kicking it away as the band begins to make their way down onto the track.
I believe it's the Glow Show tonight.
Yeah, so that'll be brought to you on the stream as well.
Great.
So I believe there'll be about a 15-minute.
Right.
They let the crowd kind of let the people that are exiting exit before they shut the lights down. But be about 15 minutes, and we will have that for you as well.
We will not be commentating that, though.
No, because I don't know what I'm talking about.
I would.
Because I don't know about football either. But
right. At least we look the part on that.
Yes, right.
Two big guys.
I was going to say, brought in the heavy package tonight.
Right. We put us in a small room. I usually feel pretty big until I sit next to you. Colt?
Coach Howard, he bundled up a little bit, keeping the hands warm.
Keeping the hands warm.
We were wimps and didn't even take the windows out tonight. We've got them open, but
they're open, right.
So they do not have to kick it away. I forgot they started that clock.
Right, start the clock on the set there.
So that'll be the final Hornets 41, Minutemen 0. So, just another outstanding defensive performance by these guys, and 41 points on the scoreboard for the offense. Take care of business. From what I could tell, came out healthy, which is always huge. Now, next time that we'll be with you, hopefully
the first round playoff
playoff game.
Right.
But a big week next week over at Cuyahoga Falls.
Right.
And then a potential, and you don't want to look down the road too much, but since we aren't going to see you until then, week 10, there is a very good chance that there's going to be 2 undefeated teams playing over at Aurora for a Suburban League title.
Yeah, that's a difficult place to play. Never fun to go over there and play. So as many people as we could get out there, I think the kids would appreciate it. That's for sure.
And lost a heartbreaker to them here last year in some rain. So I know that that's a game these guys have been thinking about. But they've done a nice job staying on schedule, staying where they're supposed to be. But again, a big thanks for coming up tonight.
No, thank you for having me. It was fun.
I appreciate you.
Apologize to the people that had to listen to me a little bit.
Hey, man,
but
I like getting you out of your comfort zone a little bit. But again, we'll be bringing the Glow Show to you here in a few minutes. So don't be afraid to hang with us. Thanks, and we will see you in about 3 weeks for some playoff football.
Ladies and gentlemen, the pride of Highland Marching Band welcomes you to the 2024 Glow Show. Our annual Glow Show is a way to celebrate all of our hard work this season, but it's also a time to thank the people who've helped make the marching band season possible. This year, our students have organized and recorded thank you messages for some of these people.
Brianna Cyphers, welcome to the 2024 Glow Show. We have a great show prepared for you tonight, including our first tune, Seven Nation Army.
Hello, my name is Ben Miller, and on behalf of the entire Pride of Highland Marching Band, I would like to thank Mrs. Yu, Mrs. Lukens, and all of the uniformed parents for fitting us, hemming, sewing buttons, and making us look spectacular.
My name is Lauren Finding. On behalf of the band, I want to thank Mrs. Barr, Mrs. Lahosky, and all of the band booster parents for organizing fundraisers, providing us snacks and water, being chaperones at our events, and volunteering for our season.
Thank you, band boosters and uniform room volunteers. We would like to dedicate to you, Seven Nation Army.
My name is Laura Linger. On behalf of the band, I want to thank Mrs. Ackerman, Mrs. Bodeker, our high school custodians, Mrs. Colleen, and Mr. Moravik and his staff for all of their help and support this season.
Hi, my name is Luke Marinelli. On behalf of the band, I would like to thank Mrs. Knapp, Mr. Taylor, and Mr. Bailey for helping us have a safe and fun season and for all of their support on Friday nights.
Thank you, Highland District staff and administrators, for supporting our students and helping to make this season possible. We would like to dedicate to you a Van Halen classic. Here's Jump.
Mackenzie Pollock, and on behalf of the band, I would like to thank the Highland community for supporting us financially. Thanks for helping us to purchase uniforms and instruments, and for taking part in our Tag Day and Muscles for Music fundraisers. Thanks.
My name's Max Anopko, and I'm here to say I love my parents in a major way. Thank you, parents, for your love and support as we have fun marching and playing in the Pride of Highland Marching Band. I love you, Mom and Dad.
Thank you to the community members, to the parents and our families for everything you do to support your children. For our final song tonight, we would like to dedicate to you, Hey Mama. Thank you to the students for all of your hard work this season, for rising to the occasion, and for putting on so many great performances. Your teachers, the volunteers, and our parents are very proud of all of your hard work. Thank you again for joining us this evening. Drive safe and good night.